How's it going, everybody? It's GriimYT here, and welcome to another live review. I know I haven't done one of these in a bit. I think the last one I did was the Infect Malignant EP a couple months ago, or was it like a few months ago? Because it was only 2 songs, so I figured I would do another one for this. As you can see on your screen, we are looking at The Tempest Part 1 from Oddprophet. His new little EP is here. 2 songs here, Unfinished Business and Recognize. Now, this one is a bit interesting because I do know both of these songs somewhat well. Like, I've heard the ideas, I know them somewhat well, but obviously I haven't heard the full thing yet. So, because he showed these songs a lot on Instagram, so I do know some of the, kind of ideas and stuff here. So, I figured since these are only 2 songs, and because I know they're going to be really sick, by the way, I figured I would do a live review instead of just talking about them, because there are only 2 songs here, just like with Infect. So maybe if there's like a little 2 or 3 song EP, I'll do a live review like this, so we'll see. But anyways, yeah, so we have Unfinished Business and Recognize out. Obviously, with the name The Tempest Part 1, I'm assuming there's going to be a Part 2, maybe even a Part 3 this year. I will definitely review all the other ones because I know this is going to be nuts. By the way, just going into it now, this is going to be sick. So, yeah, definitely excited to dive in. We're going to check out Unfinished Business first, of course. And, yeah, let's give it a listen. All right, here we have Unfinished Business here. By the way, I wanted to put this screen up. Look at this art on the side here. This art is just crazy. I don't know who does this art, but nuts. So anyways, yeah, let's take a listen on this one. Oh, here it is. I've heard this on his Instagram like 100 times. Oi! Oi! That is nasty, man. Oh, that little high pitched screech. Oh! That little, oh, yeah, this is nuts, man. This is nuts. Okay, what do we got next? This is the second drop, I'm assuming. I remember this. Yeah, see, I remember all this. It's a little bit slower. It's like 1:15 now. Oi, oi. It's just the flow when it's so slowed like this. It's so good. Ugh. Crazy so far. Now all this right here, uncharted territory. No clue what's coming up. Oh, now we're okay. Now we're at 140 or 145. Oh yeah. See, it's not like, it doesn't sound as massive and like heavy as like Blessings does, but I think that works better because of all the tempo changes. Oh. Oh, we're slowing back down. That is insane, man. Oh, that. Ooh. This song has like 18 tempo changes, man. Holy crap. Oh. Oh, man. Yo. Guys, like I said, I've heard most of this already. Like, the first, like, minute of this song I've heard before on Instagram. He's played it a lot, so I'm familiar with it. But obviously the fact that it's out now is really cool. But, man, just nuts, man. The tempo changes, the flow, especially the flow on those slower parts, top notch, man. A lot of producers nowadays don't focus on the flow so much of their sounds. Very, like, one-shot-ish in a way. Like, they don't have that kind of flow and swing that, like, stuff like this does. Really, really sick. Super excited to hear that finally out. Yeah, just crazy. Love all the tempo changes. You never know where the song is going. It's just really cool hearing something like that. So, yeah, very excited to check out the next one, though. Here we have Recognize. I could tell this one's gonna be insane. Oh boy. I know this one too, obviously. I know this one too. Oh. Woo! See, this one doesn't have the flow that Unfinished Business does, but that repetition. Oh boy. Oi! This is awesome. Insane. Oi! Oh my goodness. Ooh. Now we're at, what is it, like 90, man? Oi. Man, that last bit, what was that, like 90 BPM? That was slow and, oh boy. So, of course, once again, I know this one very well, so I know these ones, so it's not so much like, oh, what are these songs going to sound like? Like, I have no idea. It's more like, okay, what does it sound like in its complete, you know, fully fleshed out form, rather than, like, on his Instagram, but nuts. That's all I gotta say, y'all. Nuts. Yeah, so really crazy stuff here from him. I do have to say, I expect maybe like another 2 or 3 parts to this, like the Tempest Part 2, maybe the Tempest Part 3. I could definitely expect like a few more parts of this because like these are crazy. And he talked about, and I want to talk about that a little bit on his Instagram, what he wrote about these songs. So as you can see on his Instagram here, this is what he wrote when he like kind of teased these, and I really like what he said here. Obviously, dubstep has gotten stale. People always say be the change you want to see, and that's something that a lot of people. I remember last year when Excision and Wooly and Millennium released their song Zombie. So many people on Twitter were going, "These are the biggest sounds in dubstep. You know, the biggest names. This is what they're coming out with. People need to, we need to see change. We need to see the underground come up and creative ideas." And I think Toby's taken on himself here to be one of those changes because obviously, as he says here, these are very unfriendly DJ songs. Like, you can't really play these out, like, because how are you going to add in a song like Unfinished Business with like 14 tempo changes into your set? It's going to be really difficult. So that's why I can definitely see why, you know, these songs have those kind of tempo changes, not only because they're insane, but because they're made for the listener. They're made for the experience of listening to them, and they're made for, like, the power of them. Not so much, oh, I want them to be played out at Lost Lands and Bass Canyon, and so that's why it's like, I could totally see the appeal of that, and I feel like this is going to be a new trend, and he's definitely said this here. Remember who started the tempo change trend first and why everyone will be jumping on the bandwagon soon. I could see it, man. YVM3 didn't do it first, by the way, but like they were one of the bigger proprietors of it. I remember like on their album Tragic Beginning, like Torment has tempo changes, Echoes has tempo changes, I think even Serpents has tempo changes. Like most of the songs on that album have tempo changes in them because it really adds to that like kind of like that like unexpectedness where you feel it's got that one sound, that one BPM, and then all of a sudden it goes really slow. And especially in something here like Recognize, the slowness, especially like towards the end, it just gives it this big heavy weight feeling that it's so slow and just like grating. It's not like, you know, really fast paced. So that's why I think it's great that like something like that is being introduced here by someone like Oddprophet, who did it of course way before with British Gas. Of course many of you will know British Gas. I love that tune. It's one of my favorite Oddprophet songs for that reason. Starts off normal BPM, completely switches it nice and slow, speeds up, goes back down. It's like a roller coaster, and yet it flows so well like that. I mean, Murata, look at Murata, the one with Scarlord, Heave. That's another example. There's like 5 tempo changes in that song, but yet it doesn't feel like it's like out of nowhere, unexpected. It's really, really cool. And so that's why something like this, I could definitely see the appeal, and I'm really hoping that the part 2 and the part 3 and any other songs he releases moving forward, because he did say here, this is the kind of music that I want to put out going forward, which I could totally see the appeal of it. Having these tempo changes constantly and having it switch up like this really just throws the listener for a loop. Really cool. So, and now what the cool thing is the next songs for the Tempest Part 2 and maybe Part 3 and so on. These songs are probably not going to be on his Instagram as much, or maybe he'll showcase them a little, but these two I knew very well. The rest, I have no clue. I'm like kind of in the dark on these new ones going forward. So, yeah, very cool though. Like I said, this stuff's just crazy. Really sick, both of them, obviously. I have to say, I do like Unfinished Business more. The first drop, that flow always got me, man. I love that flow. And then how that song kind of has the different tempo changes. I think they're both excellent, don't get me wrong. I love Recognize, but I think Unfinished Business is a little bit better. I like that one a little bit more. So, yeah, really excited to see where we go with this series. The Tempest Part 1, maybe a Part 2 and a Part 3, like I said. I will definitely check them out. Crazy stuff. So, Toby, round of applause, bro. You crushed it. So that's pretty much it. Let me know which one of these was your favorite in the comments if you checked them out. They're really sick. So yeah, definitely go listen to them. And yeah, very, very cool. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a good day. See you later. Peace.